All right, today we're going to talk about a really powerful way to make those big, scary decisions. We're going to do it by following the story of someone who took a massive career leap and immediately wished they hadn't.
Have you ever been there? I mean, that horrible, sinking feeling when you realize the huge move you just made, the one you were so excited about, was a huge mistake. So what do? How do you get out of that?
And this is exactly where our story kicks off. This one sentence says it all, doesn't it? The high stakes, the cross-country move, and that dawning realization that things are, well, they're not good.
So our person is completely stuck at a crossroads. The dream job is anything but, and just getting through the day is a struggle. How do you possibly think straight in a situation like that?
This is the real challenge, isn't it? When you're just swamped with regret and frustration, making a smart, long-term decision feels just about impossible. You need some kind of system to help you cut through all that emotional fog.
And that's where this amazing framework comes in. It's called the 6 Thinking Hats, and it's a total game changer for untangling messy problems by forcing you to look at them from different angles, one at a time.
The idea is so simple, but honestly, it's kind of genius. Instead of trying to juggle everything in your head at once, the facts, the feelings, the worries, the hopes, which just leads to chaos, you metaphorically put on one hat at a time. It lets you focus your brain in a really specific way.
And here they are, the whole team. You've got the white hat for just the facts, the red hat for all your feelings and intuition, the black hat for risks, the sunny yellow hat for benefits, the green hat for wild new ideas, and finally, the blue hat, which is like the manager of the whole operation.
Okay, so that's the theory. But how does this actually work when the rubber meets the road? Let's walk through how each of these hats helps turn this career nightmare into a real, actionable plan for the future.
First up, we put on the white hat. This hat is all about objectivity. It's like a computer. It only cares about the pure, cold, hard data. No emotion, no opinion, just the facts.
And this is just a perfect example of the white hat in action. You see how it separates things? The feeling is, I hate this job. But the fact is, this is my job, I have responsibilities, and I get a paycheck. It's about looking at reality without judging it, which gives you a solid place to start.
All right, facts are on the table. Now we're going to do a complete 180 and put on the red hat. This hat is all about emotion. It's your permission slip to just let it all out. The anger, the frustration, the gut feelings, without having to explain or defend any of it.
Now this is so important. The red hat is not an excuse to have a pity party. It's about acknowledging your feelings, looking them right in the eye and saying, yep, I see you, I feel this way. You do that so those emotions don't sneak around and sabotage you later. You name it, you accept it, and you move on.
Okay, time for the black hat. This is your personal risk manager. Its job is to be a professional pessimist, to poke holes in every idea and ask, what could go wrong here? What are the dangers? This isn't about being negative. It's about being smart and seeing the traps before you step in them.
And you can see just how vital this was. Remember, this was described as a hostile work environment. So this kind of cautious thinking led to very specific self-protective actions. It was about playing defense, being strategic, and making sure not to make a bad situation even worse. After spending time with the stormy black hat, it's time to find some sunshine with the yellow hat. This is the optimist. It forces your brain to switch gears and actively search for every possible positive, every benefit, every opportunity.
You can almost feel the energy shift with this quote, right? After all the caution, the yellow hat provides the hope. It's what transforms that vague wish for things to get better into a concrete, believable possibility. It makes the goal feel real.
And this right here is where you really see the power of the framework. It's this incredible pairing. On one side, you have the black hat navigating the immediate dangers, and on the other, the yellow hat is looking past them to the reward. The system forces you to do both, which creates this incredibly balanced, realistic viewpoint.
Okay, we've analyzed the situation as it is. Now it's time for the really fun part. The green hat. This is where we get to dream about what could be. It's all about creativity, brainstorming, and new ideas. No criticism allowed, just pure possibility.
And boom, there it is. The breakthrough moment. Up until now, the only thought was probably, I have to quit this company.
But the green hat sparked a totally new path. What if the solution is right here, inside the same organization? An internal transfer wasn't even on the radar until now.
So we have all these amazing pieces on the table now, right? We have facts, we have feelings, we've looked at the risks and the opportunities, and we have a brand new idea. So what do we do with all that? How do we pull it all together?
That is the job of our final hat, the blue hat. You can think of it as the conductor of the orchestra. Its job isn't to think about the problem itself, but to manage the thinking process. It keeps everything organized and moving toward a clear conclusion.
This is basically the blue hat's to-do list. It gathers all the input from the other hats. It steps back and makes sure there are no knee-jerk reactions. It synthesizes everything into one coherent strategy and says, okay, now we have a plan, now we can act.
And this says it all. This is the ultimate payoff. By systematically working through the hats, that feeling of being powerless and trapped was completely replaced by a feeling of empowerment. The framework didn't just find an answer, it put our person back in the driver's seat of their own life.
So, I'll leave you with this question to think about. What's the big challenge in your world right now? A tough decision at work, a personal project, a relationship issue? Where could you benefit from putting on these hats, one by one, to see the problem not just in black and white, but in full, brilliant color?